Time for a question. How many out there can drive? Well, I think we all can, probably. Do you remember when you first learned to drive? Okay, I do. It was it was a new experience, obviously. But I mean everything like the placement of my hands on the steering wheel, the pressure I applied to the brake or the accelerator were all new, and I was very conscious of what I was doing. My whole mind was focused on getting that vehicle to keep from, hitting the curb or hitting somebody else. Student drivers. Eventually, over the years, and it's been a while since I learned to drive, but eventually, it became second nature to me. I get in the car, I start it up, I drive a stick, I don't really think about the shifting. It's all very natural. It's second nature. Navigation should be second nature to you. In Adobe Illustrator, we need to get to places. We need to blow things up to make a change. We need to be able to do that in a second nature without thinking about it way. So let's talk about things like the zoom tool. It's been there forever. All programs have zoom tools, no big deal. But let's talk about it. Now it's down here. If you would like to select it without clicking on it, press the letter Z, and you can get it. If you want to go to the hand tool, which also helps you navigate, press the letter H, and you can go to that one. Let's go back to the zoom tool. Either click it or use the shortcut. Now, it looks like a magnifying glass. It acts like a magnifying glass. If I come over here and click, it will make that area bigger. Incidentally, I do have two images open. One's called Multiple 4, and the other one is called Navigation. And I'm getting it larger and larger. It's centering it around where I zoom. If I want to go back down the other way, hold the Alt key down. That's Alt in Windows, Option on a Mac, and go back down the other way. Now, if I double-click on the hand tool, it will reset the image into the window I'm working in and size it to whatever that window is. I'm at 96%. You can see that down here. If I double-click the zoom tool, it will take it into 100% even if it's bigger than the window can hold it. If you go up to the word View on the pull-down menu, you have in this area right here some shortcuts. I don't use the pull-down menu for zooming. It's too tedious. I remember the shortcuts. These are my favorites right here. If I come over and press the Control key, you don't forget the zoom tool selected. You can have anything selected. But if I hold on the Control key, that's Command on a Mac, Control in Windows, and use the plus and minus keys, I can go backward and forward very quickly. So there's some, easy ways to learn how to use this tool. Let me double-click the hand tool again. Now down here, tucked away in the lower left-hand corner of the screen, right here, is a number 96 and a little arrow. If I click the arrow, I get all these presets. If I want to go to one really quickly, I can. If I want to go back to fit in size, I can come over here and fit on the screen. And that's like, double-clicking the hand tool, I suppose. But you do have an option right here, Fit Artboard in Window, like double-clicking the hand tool, which is Command 0. Okay, if you want to use that one, you can. Actual size is Command 1. Kind of easy to remember those two. Now, we look at the image, we navigate on the image, we use the zoom tool, we use the hand tool. Let me do that real quick. Let me use the shortcut, make it bigger. If I've got the hand tool selected, I think you know this, we can move it around. We can use these buttons down here if you want to, although I find them tedious because I have a mouse with a scroll area on it, and if I scroll, I can actually do it this way too, and I'm only using my mouse now. So there's a lot of ways that we can move around inside this image, but to me it's a second nature thing because I'm working. I want to get this thing done. I want to get where I want to go quickly. Now let me go ahead and double click on the hand tool. We'll take us back into fit into that window. We're not done. Let's look at, let me show you one more way. I kind of skipped this one. If you want to get to an area very quickly and you have the zoom tool selected, instead of going click, 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 if you come over here and click and drag over an area, it will open up that area like a window for you. Let me double click the hand tool again. Go up to the word window. I want to show you something else that helps you navigate. Window, and go down to Navigator. I like Navigator. Navigator is in InDesign, it's in Photoshop, it's in Illustrator. Basically, it is, once you get used to using it, kind of a quick way to get where you want to go. Now, you've got a small window, and it shows you the image. No matter what we do, we're going to see that image up there. Okay, we'll always see the image, and you got this big red box going around it. Notice that that red box simulates the area that we're looking in right now. If I come over here into 96, say I type in the number, 300, as in 300%, and I press the Enter key, and that would be the return key on a Mac and the Enter key in Windows, and I just love, it's the same key, they just like to give it different names. Notice the red box right here. That is your kind of like movable area. That's the viewable area. If I click in here and move it around, I can very easily see the whole image and direct the box to the area that I want to work in. That's kind of nice, actually. Again, I can come back over here and double click real quick and do something like that. These little mountains right here, this one and this one, make it get bigger. It's kind of like using the zoom tool and alt clicking or option clicking with the zoom tool. That's what that's doing. We can go backward and forward that way all day long. But I do like the ability to have that red box right there and actually be able to change that. That's kind of nice. Now you have a slider. If you click the slider, the thing I don't like about the slider, there's a lag time. I move it, I gotta wait, and then it does it. It's not smooth and fluid. And to me, I don't know, it's a little disconcerting. I don't like using that, but it is there if you want to like really go really fast up to maximum size, which is 6,400%. That's a lot when you think about it. Now, if, and this is a big if for some reason you don't really like the red box, maybe you're working on an image that's primarily red, if we come over here and click and go into panel options, you can change the color right here. Okay, if you want to do that, you can. If not, just leave it at default. It'll be fine. Now go ahead and go into my next document called Navigation. Now watch what happens to the navigator when I do. This option right here basically is showing me these two. And up here, what you see, and there it finally came. It took a second to draw it. What you're looking at is two artboards. Now we will talk about artboards later. These are not multiple pages like say in design. These are artboards. So I have two pieces of art on two separate artboards, and the navigator will show me both of them. If I click on one, it will take me to that particular one. If I zoom in, it zooms in on all of them, of course, but there's one more area right down here. See the number 2? If I click there, it will show me a 1, because I only have 2, and it will take me to that one and zoom in on it, or it will take me to 2 and zoom in on it for me, or fit it to the screen. So no matter what you're doing, second nature to me is navigation. Being able to get where I need to go quickly, my destination, if you will, without a lot of hassle or thinking much about it. That's what navigation is for me, and, well, it should be for you too.